Good morning, Pisces. Good morning, Dreamweavers. How are you today? How are we doing? Are you excited? I'm excited. It is Friday. It is about 6:30 in the morning right now, and I was watching the news this morning. Well, first tell me how you're doing. Drop me a comment and let me know how you're doing because inquiry minds want to know. I hope you're ready to enjoy this day, enjoy this weekend, and just relax. Relax. I think that we all need to take some time and relax. And I was just getting ready to tell you that I was watching the news this morning and I was watching, it was a spelling bee, and it's really strange because it's something that I remember doing when I was in elementary school. And every year it comes on, they always tell you what the word is, and the word is éclaircissement. And that was the winning word of the spelling bee this morning. And when I saw that, I thought, when I heard it first, I thought, oh, that's a French word. And so, fun fact about me, something that you don't know about me is that I speak French Creole. My family is from Haiti. And so I saw the word éclaircissement and I was like, oh, okay, that's a French word, right? And so, and the word, and after I meditated on it, the kid won. He spelled it, he knew the word, and it was exciting, always exciting to see a young kid around 12, 13. Usually it's middle school, elementary school. These kids are winning these spelling bees. And so the word itself means to shed a light on, to brighten, to cast light on something. And as I got to thinking about it, I got to thinking about you and how you will be shining a light on others and how your light, oh, my nose is itching. Why does my nose always itch when I come here? Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, it's like remember remember, is it I Dream of Jeannie where she would, oh no, Bewitched, if you guys are old enough to remember. There used to be a show called Bewitched, and she would twitch her nose anyway and make things happen. So I don't know. So strange. Anyway, I don't know why I thought about that. But anyhow, éclaircissement, I feel like and I heard that you're brighter. Like when I say brighter, like your third eye is open. Your viewpoint has changed on life, on things, on everything around you. And it's like there's some of you are going to have a sudden epiphany, a light that comes in that opens up so many doorways for you. It's going to open, like it's going to it's going to bring clarity. And I guess éclaircissement that's more what the word means. It means like to bring clarity to things. And I feel like you're getting so much clarity. You're going to be getting so much clarity, but it's going to be sudden. When I saw this kid, like when he saw the word, his eyes lit up. And I thought, that's how it's going to feel. Like your eyes are going to light up when you get this piece of clarity. And it's a piece of clarity that you've been waiting on, something that you've been waiting on to make. Maybe you have a decision that you're wanting to make that you didn't know that you've been meditating on. Maybe you're going to get some clarity on your purpose. That's going to become clear. Maybe there's going to be clarity. I don't know. For all of you, it's going to be different, but it's going to be sudden, and it's going to just be like, boom, the light, that clarity just came in and the light bulb comes on. Like maybe it's something that you've been struggling with. And so that's the message for today. Éclaircissement. And fun fact about me. So you know something about me that maybe you didn't know before, that my family is, I am Haitian. My family is from Haiti. Um, and I have an oracle deck, and I pulled this oracle card for, I pulled a couple of oracle cards for you. And the first one is mental repetition. And it's really strange that this was the first card that I pulled. And in this card, you can see that, right? Like there's a lot of chaos like in her brain. Like she's ruminating about something. So there's like someone, it's like there's someone in your life who maybe has a lot of chaos in the brain, right? But then look how she looks. Like she looks put, even though her eyes are closed, like look how she looks. Like her face is put together. And so this is someone in your life that has like chaos going on, but they are trying to look put together. This is someone that has a lot of ruminating thoughts about things that they've done. And it's like their brain is scattered in all directions. And the number of the on the card is 28, which is 10. So, I don't know if this we'll look into it, but I don't know if this um huh, interesting. I don't know if the ruminating thoughts are because of something that they've done and now they are getting clarity, right? They're trying to pretend like everything's okay, but it's not, right? So it's like someone who wanted to do something or make something happen or thought they had it all together, and now this is someone that likes to have themselves put all together, because no matter what's going on around them, they always look to put together on the outside. They like to have that appearance of being put together, but things aren't. They're scattered. Look at the branches. Like things are everywhere. So this is someone that's maybe picking up and they're doing I don't know. Maybe every time they see someone doing something, they have to do it too. So they're in this direction. Then someone else is doing something and they're like, "Oh, I got this too because I'm put together. I can do what you do." So this is someone who's always they don't stick to a plan. They don't stick to a plan, and this causes ruminating thoughts when things aren't coming together, and they want everyone to see them as put together. And then really crazy, because these cards are all about the mental, right? And clarity is about the mental. The éclaircissement is about the mental. And here we have awareness, which is a sort of enlightenment, right? A sort of, right? But and on this card here, I feel like this is you, right? You have shielded whatever chaos, like you've been minding your business, because here's you. Like this is a baby here, and there's like a baby that's in a womb, but I feel like this is you. Like you've sheltered yourself, and that baby is sheltered from whatever is going on the outside. And like here on the outside, you see all the elements. There's a rainbow here, and things can be happy. There are fish. There are fish here, right? Maybe you could be at the ocean. Over here, there's like chaos and clouds. Maybe there's a storm brewing. So all these different things are happening around you, right? But to maintain your stability, like you have awareness of everything that's happening around you, but you're shielding yourself. So it's like this person you have awareness of the chaos. This is maybe somebody that's been bringing chaos in, like, into your life, and but you've shielded yourself. So now there's ruminating in this person's brain, because I don't know if they know that you see them for what you see, what's happening, right? Because here you are in the womb. I don't know if you can see the baby in there. All you've got all your protection around you, with all everything else that's going on. The clouds, the swan, and in the river, the fish. You see the fish swimming above you. Like, why should there be fish in the air, right? And then all the chaos, the clouds, and it looks like there's a chariot. And so this is, to me, it seems like these are the people all around you that are doing things and maybe have been trying to grab your attention, to take your attention in multiple directions, and it just hasn't been working, because you have the clarity, you have awareness of what's going on, and you have so much awareness, not just awareness, but you have protection. You have protection. You have called on your protection to shield yourself, to shield. And there's a baby in the center here, so it's like you are birthing something, right? You are birthing something, but that whatever you're birthing is shielded from the environment. And maybe the ruminating thoughts in this person's mind are that they can't pierce your protection to see what you're doing, and so they have created chaos in their life. Instead of doing their own thing, they're busy trying to watch what you're doing, but look at all the chaos around you. How can they figure out what you're doing? There's so much going around you. So they can see everything going on outside in your field, but what's actually growing inside you, inside the bubble, the baby that's growing inside, they don't see it. Hold on a minute, my screen. Every time, I don't know why this happens. Every time I'm here, and I know you can still see me, but I can't stand it when the screen shuts down. It drives me nuts. Anyway, so anyhow, so we're gonna pull. Do I have, let's see how I'm gonna pull from another back here. A lot of mental going on. And it's like with your awareness, like you have awareness and clarity, right? But you're calm, like you're just working, and you know that you're birthing something. So you're not worried about what's going on in the outside. You're just worried about what's going on. You're just paying attention to what's going on the inside, and for you're waiting for the gestation period to be over, right? If it's a baby, it's a 9 month gestation. It's like a woman who's pregnant, right? Like when you're pregnant with your baby, do you care if the world is falling apart? Your only goal is to make sure that you have a healthy baby. Doesn't matter what's happening outside of you. You just make sure that the inside of you, that your body is able to carry. Your goal is to make sure that you're able to carry this baby to full term, and deliver a healthy baby. And that's what you're doing. But someone in your energy is kind of like they look on the out, like I said, they look on the outside like they're put together, but they are in their minds about what's happening. They're in their minds about, and it's like you're so protected, you're not sharing what's going on. So it's like a mom, someone who's pregnant, right? And then you are not going to let everybody know until you're about 5 months and you know that the baby is viable, let's say, right? So no one knows, and then only those closest to you know. And then one day, someone sees you, right? And they're like, oh, Pisces is pregnant, right? But by then you're like 8 months and you're like a month away from delivery, right? And your only focus at that point is maintaining the rest of your pregnancy to be healthy. And maybe you had other while you were waiting for the baby, right? Because you don't have to do anything but keep yourself healthy, right? Eat right, do all the healthy things. So while you were doing that, while you're carrying this child, and waiting for the gestation period to be over, you've been waiting. You've been doing some other things outside of you also, and someone around you has been copying, but they weren't expecting this last thing that there's something, and it doesn't have to be a baby, could be, but it's like this last thing you're birthing. It's almost like they're gonna be like, when did that happen? Because how can you compete with someone? You can't. I mean, sure, someone could see you 8 months pregnant and then go get pregnant, right? But you're already ready to deliver. They're gonna have to wait 9 more months. By the time they deliver their baby, your baby's gonna be almost a year old. You'll be in a completely different stage. And so think about this in whatever it is, in a different light, right? Whatever it is that you're birthing. By the time this person kind of thinks that they've caught up to you, you're already birthing what it is. So they got to start from, if they want to copy you, they can't just come in. I mean, short of, like, they can't just come in and create a baby, right? Like, they have to wait the 9 months if they want to have a baby, right? Even if they want to adopt a baby, there's a waiting period. You have to find whatever. So it doesn't happen in the next day. So it's not like they can't copy you, and they look calm, but what are they creating? What is it? You can't even see, like, there's so many veins here, like, coming from this tree, right? Where they look put together and they look like they know what they're doing, but you don't, like, it's not clear. It's not even clear to them. Okay, what else? What else do we have for Pisces? I hate this. I don't like this yellow light. Okay, let's do that. I don't like the yellow. It's driving me nuts. What else? Ah, same card fell out. It was out already, and I put it back. Be spontaneous. It's ironic. This person in your life who's been trying to maybe copy you, they thought they were being spontaneous. They were giving off the appearance of being spontaneous, but you are you are strategically spontaneous, if that makes sense. Is that a thing, being strategically spontaneous? maybe it was like a last minute thing. You got a download, and spirit said, like, you know what, it's time to get pregnant. Or maybe you just, it was, this baby was, you weren't expecting this thing that you're birthing, and then it just started growing, and you were like, oh my gosh, it's growing, it's growing, oh my gosh, it's coming to fruition. I'm about to reap this harvest, right? And so your spontaneity, and part of being spontaneous, I think, is listening to your higher self. So this is you communicating with your higher self, and you didn't look, you haven't been, you are not looking for outside alignment with what you're doing. You're just going ahead and you're doing it, and maybe that's what's causing the mental repetition, or the ruminating thoughts in someone else, because they can't, it to them it appears like you are so spontaneous. And how are you so spontaneous and things work out for you, and every time they switch and they move to a different vein in their life, and they do try to do something different, it's not coming to light. It's not, they never completely reap all the rewards of their actions. But for you, right? See how this card is kind of purplish gray, but here you have all the colors, like your the blue and the gray, and the blue and the green, I mean. And so your root chakra, and your, and almost like the blue, the gray, the purple. It's like you when you make a decision, even though you're spontaneous, there's a lot of aligned action in what you're doing, whereas their action is scattered. What else, spirit? Your spontaneity comes through aligned action and éclaircissement, clarity from your higher self and your spirit team. So maybe that's why, see, this is where people can't touch you, because even though you are spontaneous, looking you're not looking to outside to see what people are doing to take spontaneous action. You are looking within. And so your spontaneous action is automatically aligned to bear fruit. Hmm. I'm gonna pull one more here, and then one more oracle card, and then we're gonna pull some tarot. Ah, I said one more and I got three. Dreaming, communication, and light. A lot of your spontaneous action comes through your dream. And then, of course, we're talking about light again, right? Éclaircissement is about light, about lighting the path, like your path being lit. Um, and all these things, communication with your higher self, with your spirit team, these are all, like, I feel in dreaming, like through your dreams. When I hear light, I think downloads, like you're getting downloads. And what I'm hearing is that this is why other people can't keep up with you, because You are so connected. Other people, like those around you, those who are around you, are constantly, they haven't learned that lesson yet. They are constantly looking outside of them to do, to take action, right? And so, yes, someone can see that you're pregnant and be like, oh, that sounds like a great idea, but you're already 8 months pregnant, right? Do they know why you're pregnant? Do they know why you decide what communication you got? What um what light you receive, what clarity you received, what download. Maybe you had a dream, like this was the time for you, and so there's divine timing involved in your spontaneity, in what appears to everyone else to be you being spontaneous. But they're busy trying to align not with their own self, they're not with themselves to be spontaneous. They're trying to align with you or with the next person or the next person, and it never aligns. It can't. How can you bear fruit that way? And when you bear fruit that way, will you know what to do with it? See, because you're being spontaneous came with communication. It came with dreams and it came with light, which means that there's purpose. And I think sometimes people mistake spontaneity. People look at others that seem to be spontaneous and think, "Oh, well, there's no purpose behind that." There's purpose behind you being spontaneous. You had a dream. You have clarity. You've received some communication that to tell you why, and you know why you're taking this spontaneous action. You know what's to come next. You have clarity about the next steps after you reach your harvest. Clarity that someone else who is looking without of them does not have, which leads to mental repetition and ruminating thoughts, because you if you're just trying to have the appearance of being put together, you don't have everything that it takes to actually put it together. It's like buying a Lexus or buying a BMW so you look like you have money. Do you really have money, or do you just look like you have money? And if you didn't really have the money to buy that car, right? Now you look like you have it, but now you are in this state of mind because now you got to figure out how to pay for it. You didn't think about that. You just saw someone else had it and you're like, I want to have it too because it makes me look good. But you are that person, then ends up with ruminating thoughts about how they are now going to align to make the payments, whereas you took the spontaneous action. You got a download, you got communication, you had a dream, and you have clarity. For all someone knows, you have some money coming in that you know how you're going to pay for this car. And Spirit said it's okay, go get it. It's going to be fine. You're going to be able to pay it. So once you have the car, you are not worried. There's no worry about how you're going to pay for it. You know that you can afford it. You've received the downloads, you've received the communication, right? That you have money, you've received the communication that you have money coming. But who would know that? No one would know that. They just see that you bought the car. This is the danger in this is the danger in being someone trying to copy you. I don't know what the word is. I think I've heard the word doppelganger or whatever, like someone who's trying to who's running around being a copycat. They just always have to be copying somebody to look like they are to look like they are at peace, to look like they are playing the part. They are not the part. And so they have to constantly move the bar so that they still look to everyone else like they're filling that part. But as the one they do one thing and then that thing starts to crumble, and then they'll literally tell you like, oh, I changed my mind, and that's not what I want to do anymore, because they have to save face. That's what I just heard. They have to save face. And so with saving face, they have to move on to the next great thing, right, that they've seen out there. And that's not what you're doing. Let's focus a little bit more on you. Let's focus a little bit more on you. Let's pull some tarot. Is there anything specific Pisces needs to know about what they're birthing, or what's coming in, or the clarity that they're getting? Is there anything we can tell Pisces about that? You're going to be seeing people. You're going with awareness here, this awareness card, as your harvest comes in, as things start to align for you, you're going to start seeing people around you fall apart that have been doing this. That's not this copying someone to look like you're stable is not sustainable. This could even be someone that you tried to help. What did I say? It's not sustainable. Your harvest is going to shake up someone. It's going to shake up the people around you, because in their mind, you're doing what they're doing. And so they can't see, they can't understand how your harvest is coming in, and you're chill. You're relaxed. You're relaxed. You're not worried about the tower. But remember, a tower is a change. A tower is not, it doesn't have to be bad. When you don't have clarity, when you don't have clear communication with your higher self and your spirit team about what you're doing, a tower brings chaos. And how long can, it's not sustainable. And actually, you see there's an eye here on the tower. The tower brings chaos, but the tower will bring them clarity if they will see it. I don't know where we're back to this person again, or these people in you. I think it's because, Spirit wants you to know that you're starting to see it, and you're going to see it. And some of it, it's going to be of their own making. So there's not going to be, as you are someone who likes to help people, but unless you want to switch your tower and your harvest, right? Because yours is your harvest, because you followed your inner alignment. So the tower that's coming for you it's going to be a surprise, but it's going to be a good surprise. So unless you want to switch your good surprise for their bad surprise, you're just going to have to let them be. And the thing is that you can't step in. Maybe that's why you're getting this message, because I feel like it's Spirit telling you you can't step in because they need to see for themselves. They need to get the message. They need to clear their mind. They need to clear their mind and get the communication so that they can align and do things that are aligned, truly aligned with them, and stop doing things that are aligned with other people because it looks good. Okay, weird message today. High Priestess. That's you. This is exactly what this is. I think you see this coming for people around you. It doesn't matter how much they come and they smile, how much makeup they put on, what suit they put on. It doesn't, what car it doesn't matter. You see right through it. You are the High Priestess. Éclaircissement. That word again. Clarity, light. You might have even, because you're the High Priestess, you might have even at one time tried to help them. But now there's a tower between you and them. It's almost like maybe Spirit even told you at some point, like, no, stop. It's not your job to help anymore. And you had to put yourself in this bubble. And Spirit said, I'm going to protect you, but you gotta protect yourself. You have free will. And there's more coming in. King of Cups. Emotionally balanced. It's not that you're heartless. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. Is there anything else that Spirit needs to know? Um, any advice, outcomes? This person was committed to miscommunication. They thought it was the way. They've probably gotten away with this type of behavior for a long time until they came across you. There's something about your protection and the clarity that you have that has shocked this person. It's like someone who is committed to like not just making things look like something that they're not. Like their words and their actions don't align. That's what got them. That's what got you. Yeah, you put an end to it. Justice and death. This is like this is four major arcana here already. The Tower, Justice, Death, and the High Priestess. You, Spirit, put an end to the shenanigans. And like I said, remember I said like they could see everything else going on outside of you, all around you. And so it's like almost their actions could never align with what you were doing, because what you were really doing, what you were really following, the path you were following was inside this bubble. What you were really birthing was inside this bubble. What spirit was helping you birth was inside this bubble here. They could never copy you. And maybe because you are the King of Cups, you're emotionally balanced, right? Are you freaking kidding me? Temperance, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Pentacles. Look, listen, guys. Is that every major arcana here? Look, Temperance. You want to laugh? Like I'm laughing now. This is so funny. Spirit, this is what happens when you try to copy people. And you copy when you finally meet your match. Like I heard they met their match. What is that game, set match or something like that? Like they met their match. They saw you as the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck, right? And so in their mind, they could copy what you're doing and get ahead of you. But the whole time, you were the High Priestess, King of Cups. Yes, you might have appeared to be moving slow, but you had clarity and guidance, and you had God on your side. How much more guidance do you need? This is the Hierophant and the High Priestess. How much, and then with Temperance. So the Hierophant and the High Priestess are like counterparts, right? So hold on 1 minute, guys. I'm thinking, and my screen keeps shutting down. OMG. And I just want to make sure that the camera didn't shut off. Okay, so I'm sorry about that. You've truly, what they couldn't see is how aligned you were with God. That your messages, the spontaneity, the actions that you take are so aligned with spirit. That even though it looked like you were moving slow, you had patience because you trusted in God. You had clarity, you had a awareness, you are in communication with your spirit team. You get downloads through your dreams. You were never worried that you don't ever worry that what you start isn't going to reap. You never worry about reaping the harvest from what you start because you know it's going to come, because you know you're aligned. Like, how much more aligned can you be? The Hierophant, the High Priestess, and you're the King of Cups. So you're sitting, you are in your own, like, you're aligned because you are in your energy. You're emotionally balanced. So, sometimes I think the Knight of Cups, because they're so slow moving, right? People think they can come in and they can steal their ideas. Maybe they find them to be a little bit naive because they don't seem to be moving fast enough. So people will come in and try to take your ideas, but they don't know why you're moving slow. This is guidance, because the Knight of Pentacles always makes it to the King of Pentacles. They always make it to the end of their journey. The Knight of Wands, on the other hand, that's what I'm feeling like, can be chaotic, and they're kind of jumping around, and they're still learning. They haven't learned all the lessons yet, but by the time you get to the Knight of Pentacles, slow, methodical, you may take spontaneous action, but it's aligned. Your patience, you have your temperance. You're grounded. Your aligned action is not about what other people are doing, other people's pentacles. And that's all they could see. All they could see is that you were the Knight of Pentacles. They couldn't see the rest of it. You may have given them a taste, which was maybe caused confusion for them, because you may have given them a taste of the King of Cups, your King of Cups energy, right? You may have showed them emotional balance. You may have shown some care, right? I heard that's what happens when people take kindness for weakness. they didn't know who they were playing with. All right, let's close this out. Your message is not to interfere with their tower. You see the chaos. They can put up as much of a front as they want to, but you see the chaos. And somewhere along the line, there's justice because Page of Swords in reverse, there's something they did. I don't know exactly what. There's something they did. There's something they said to you specifically. And they met their match. Spirit said no. Not my chosen one. You can't dress up pretty. You know, I keep saying, you know, the abundance is not about the clothes that you're wearing. It's not about the makeup you put on. It's not about any of that. Yeah, all of that is nice. I'm not saying don't do it. That's not what I'm saying. But you can't, if you dress a pig up, it's still a pig. If a queen wears sweatpants, the queen is still a queen. What is wrong with people? All right, one self-care oracle card, please, Spirit, for Pisces. Sleep and rest. Let your body have the peace it deserves without feeling guilty. Just rest. Stop doing so much. I've been feeling like you guys need a vacation. It's time, like you've done so much. And with all these major arcana here, it's like whatever you're birthing, it's more at this point, it's more in the spiritual. The card, this card, I pulled a separate card. Another, first, this card fell out, read. And it fell out in another reading also. And I feel that that card is more about you taking a rest, because I feel like you're going to get some downloads about how you're going to share your gifts with other people. And with these major, you have like protection here from Archangel Michael. You have protection here from your spirit team. So many major arcana here, like, and you have protection. Like, this is like protection the whole way around. Like, you have protection from God. You have protection from whoever it is that you like. The universe is like all around you. Like, whatever you've done, you've been following. You've been taking this spontaneous action, right? This almost like you've been the fool, and maybe that's why people looked at you like you didn't know what you were doing, because you, to other people, when you take this spontaneous action, it looks like you're the fool, but you're not. You are following guidance that they don't have. And these actions that are taken, that you're being told to take, are meant for you. They're for your path. We all have different actions. That's why they need this tower to come in, because they need to start taking this aligned action. And if they are smart, right, they can either get mad about what's happening and continue down this same path with someone else, or they can see it. Look at the eye on here. They can see it for what it is and do the work so that they can get their own downloads. And Spirit wants you to get some sleep, get some rest, take a vacation, because you have more downloads coming in. You have justice coming in for you. And with all these endings that you have gone through, you just need a rest so that you can truly integrate all these new changes that are happening. This harvest that you're bringing in, because this harvest that you're bringing in is putting you on a whole other level, Pisces. Your protection is on a whole other level because you are on a whole other level. And now you need to rest. You need to rest and get some sleep and allow need to, so that you can allow the communication that's coming in to come in. So that you can allow your gifts to come in and know what to do with those. Know how to share them through your writing, through some type of communication also. And you don't need to force it or think a lot. It's going to come to you. It's nothing that has to be forced. This is all divine timing. This is all in divine timing, Pisces. But you will see some people around. You will see people around you who have been copying you, and I feel like you know that they've been copying you, and you just need to let the chips fall where they're made for them, and let them figure out for themselves and make their decision about how they're going to handle that tower. You've had to do the work. You don't get here with this much protection without doing the work. And part of doing the work is listening to your higher self, because, communication can come in all day long. And if you're not following, if you don't have aligned action with the communication that you're getting, you don't get a harvest. You don't get to reap the rewards. You are their justice. It's almost like, I'm going to just say this because as I'm looking at these cards, I just feel like, wow. You know how you've been through, but when you go through the fool's journey, right? When you get to the Emperor and Empress, you embody all the kings and queens in the deck, right? But now you're on a different level where you're being granted, there's some power. I don't know, this is not for all of you, but there's some power that somebody out there is being granted that's where this is a gift, where you are being granted the ability to use all these different energies at different times to help people, to show people where they're behaving badly, where they are not, where they're not, I don't want to say behaving badly, where they're not aligned. And a lot of this will not, it won't all be through verbal communication. It will be through, you have some type of mental awareness, clarity, light. You have some type of telepathic powers that you're being granted. And like I said, this is not for all of you. This is huge. This is like someone who's on like another level. Like you can deal justice out to people. You can put endings to things. You can um you can show people about creating new traditions for themselves. You can show people about having you have all these, and then you can dish out justice when people are not being just. You bring balance and fairness to situations. Yeah, people don't know who they're messing with when they run into you. They don't know. They're not supposed to know. Éclaircissement. You have been granted the light. All right, Pisces, thank you for joining me this morning. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Do go to the description box, send me your email address, and I'm going to be forwarding you a couple of guides that I've created to help you on this journey. One of the guides is, I keep forgetting what I called it. Let's see, what did I name it? I keep forgetting. Oh my gosh. So one of the, oh, okay. It's the one is the Roby chart that you're going to get. And then that is going to show you about how your emotions impact your organs. And then different organs in your body, and which is really interesting. And then the other one is a healing guide for Pisces after 40, which has some resources in there which are free, and then some things that you can do to help guide you on this journey to greater awareness, authenticity, and things that as Pisces that we need to know as we are, getting up there over 40. It's a little bit, not that it's a lot different if you're younger, but as you're getting older, I think that we start looking at life a little bit differently. So I don't know, check it out. You can let me know what you think. It's for you, it's all free. So you can just go ahead and send me an email. You will also, that will subscribe you to my newsletter that I will be sending out monthly with, different, I will maybe share some stories about myself, things that I feel can help you, that I've done that maybe can help you on your journey. And then if there's anything did I leave? I'm going to add a spot to the form where you can drop me a comment if there's anything that you'd like to see in the newsletter, any questions that you'd like answered in the newsletter. You can drop me a comment when you subscribe, and I will see if I can include that in one of the future newsletters for you. All right. So thank you for joining me. Let's keep weaving that dream together. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you in the next one.